All right, so we're moving on to part 2, where you get to pick up a calculator. I really don't want to do this, but it's just so time consuming. But I'm sure there's at least one of you that doesn't know how to do it yet, so this is for you. I'm going to second matrix. I'm scrolling over to edit. A is a 2 by 3. She contains the elements 1, 3, -2, 4, 0, and 5. And I meant that. I feel like if you've seen this done once, you shouldn't need instruction a second time. But I'm not everybody. Scroll down to B. B is a 3-row, 2-column matrix. Will there be kids that miss this? Oh, yeah. There will be. I would say, and it's going to be higher than you think. I'd say about 1 in 8 is going to miss this problem. I hope I'm wrong, but I've done this a long time. It's just apathy. You can't fix apathy. And then you've got the kids that in class who just will not pick up a calculator. That's the answer. Don't miss it. I don't know what to tell you. If you can't push buttons, I don't know. I just don't know about you. You're literally growing up in a society where everything is done by pushing buttons. So ta-da! This is on the calculator part for a reason. I should have put one of these on the first twin. I didn't. There will be this type of question on your test. It's going to be there. Promise you. And you'll have a lot of kids who don't do the extra credit, even though they should have and they need it, and they wouldn't have done it. No, so this is kind of for you. We're going to line up, see the equal sign? This means that corresponding pieces are the same. So 8x plus y is 68. And then I have this guy down here that says x plus 9y is -27. Now, it's not really that bad. It's just a 2-variable system. You know, we're using calculators right now, aren't we? So why don't we think about this with matrices? 8, 1, 68, 1, 9, -27. And why don't we just throw it in the calculator? Think about augmented matrices and think about reduced row echelon form. So I have made myself a 2 by 3 matrix. It contains the elements 8 for x, 1 for y, and 68 for a constant. 1 for x, 9 for y, and -27 for a constant. So I type the matrix in, I quit. I go back to second matrix. I scroll my little happy butt over to math. I look for reduced row echelon form, which is 2 below a function, oddly enough, called CumSum. I press enter, I go back to second matrix, I choose A, where I stored everything, and ta-da, I get that as a result. And that tells me what x and y are, because you know how to read that. If you don't know how to read that, you need to go buy a plant, and you need to carry it around all day to make up for all of the oxygen that you are wasting. You are the cause of global warming. You are, because you're a giant waste, apparently. And I'm joking, kids, it's my sense of humor. But I'm trying to prove a point. This literally says x is 9, y is -4. I'm not calling anybody a waste of space. I'm saying get your crap together so that you don't become one. Figure some things out. All right, number 3, solve the system using reduced row echelon. So again, back to the old button pushing. Second matrix, scroll on over to edit. We have 3 rows and 4 columns. So she is a 3 by 4. I'm not going to spend time here typing stuff, writing out the augmented matrix. I really should have put a disclaimer on this, twin, that you must show me the results of REF and you must show me the interpretation. But I didn't. Anyways, make sure I got everything typed in correctly. And I've already done REF a couple of times, so I'm going to highlight and press enter. And there's my solutions. Now I just have to interpret them. So, what does this mean? Again, it means that x is -2, y is 4, and z is -5. If I like my ordered triples, -2, 4, -5, because an ordered triple would go x, y, z. All right, number 4, solve the system using matrices. If the system has no solution, say it is inconsistent. I have no idea if this one is or not. I'm pretty sure it is. Glancing at it, I see a multiple going on here, so it's probably inconsistent. But say I'm one of those kids who just doesn't understand that, but I can push buttons. Then we can look for patterns, and I can work with you. Second matrix, scroll my happy butt on over to edit. If I thought about this being an augmented matrix, she would be a 2 by 3. Her elements are 2, -3, -8, 10, -15, and -9. So I type in my numbers, I double check to make sure they're right, I quit, I go to second matrix, I scroll on over to math. I can either hit the down arrow a whole bunch of times until I see it, or the up arrow fewer times, or I can use alphanumeric shortcuts. Anyways, looking for double REF. That was done in matrix A. Ta-da! So this one's kind of special. It is a pattern. And what's important is that bottom row right there. That bottom row, again, says no x plus no y is 1. So it says 0 is 1, which is false. Inconsistent. Moving forward. I'm at 5, Kirchhoff's rule. So as I explained in the first video, the reason kids don't like this question is because we're using i's. This is x, this is y, this is z. Let the first current be x, the second current be y, the third current be z. And here I is for current. And then rewrite in standard form. The x is going to jump over. -x plus y plus z is nothing. If I put 11 and 22 together, I would have, what, 23? Which belongs on the other side. I have -6x. I have -6y. I have no z. And when I shift that 23 over, she becomes negative. Same kind of deal on this one. That's going to shift over, become negative. I have -6x. I don't have any y. Take away 3z. And now I'm ready for an augmented matrix. It's really an easy problem, but boy, kids are going to miss it because they don't like the i's. And there's a picture, which apparently throws them off. I've had tests with Kirchhoff's rule for 14 years now, and it's always the same thing. They don't like the letter I, or they don't like the fact that there's a diagram or a picture. It confuses them. Tell me you're basic without telling me you're basic. Don't be basic. I'm a little curious how these work out because I changed the voltages. Like 11 volt is not a common voltage. 6 is common. 12 is common. 24 is common. So While I was ranting over there, I was just putting things in, and I'm just checking to make sure everything is still good. Because typos do happen. See, like there's one. That was supposed to be negative 23. Is it really negative 23? 33. 33. Whew. Here I am talking about y'all being basic, and I can't even add, man. Ooh, that's bad. That's how it usually goes. Talk crap, make a mistake. Got to quit. Shortcut here. There she is. I thought this one would turn out funny because I changed the voltages around. I used things that weren't common. But that's the reality of math. Not everything works out nice. And here is my solution, and all you have to do is interpret it. Now, I used X, Y's, and Z's for your purpose, but this is the first current. Current 1 is 77 over 24. Current 2 is 55 over 24. Current 3 is 11/12. Oh, man, fifth period starts in 3 minutes, so I don't have time to finish. So guess what I get to do when I walk into this building tomorrow morning? I get to work on this. Till later.